Right, hello everyone, welcome back to SimSig. It's been a long time since we've done some SimSig, but my recent misadventures in Train Sim World have kind of gotten me a hankering for all things simulation. I guess when I kind of made my return to YouTube, it was mostly gaming side of things, and there wasn't that much simulation. I didn't really pick that up so much. So anyway, I've kind of started gradually having hankerings for it. I guess the one thing that definitely isn't coming back is Flight Simulator. Not until Microsoft Flight Sim, the new one, is released, in which case we're going to play the hell out of that. But for just now, we're back in SimSig, and we're here in friendly old Edinburgh. Now, it's been 2 years since I played this, so it's been a long time. So I've kind of started us off at midnight so that we can kind of remember the ropes a little bit. And this covers a big old Edinburgh. Before we get into it, we do have a phone call, so let's find out what up. We got a shunter. 6S40 is running early at Berwick-upon-Tweed. It can be in your area if I let it continue. And it's only 8 minutes. Nah, go for it. Let it run early. Okay, so yeah, we've got a few trains moving about the place. So we basically, the way this is actually I want to play with some of the settings for a second. Potential failures, max failures. Let's make things some challenging for ourselves. Anyway, yeah, so basically this is what a railway signaller would see in real life. In the United Kingdom, might be different in other countries, but it shows you how the entire railway network is split up into a collection of signals and track circuits, showing you where the trains are and what the signals are for guiding each of those trains. Every train is described, so when it's red, it means that that track circuit is filled by a train, and then it shows you the operating number of that train. So 1 is an express passenger train. 2 is a local commuter train. 3, I don't know what 3 is. 5 is empty coaching stock. I don't know what 4 is either. 6 is freight. I think 6 is empty freight and 7's filled freight, or the other way around. And 0 is just an engine on its own. That's the first number. The second number is a region code. I don't know what they mean, and it's also not important for me. And then the other one is an operating number, which again, it's not important for me to know. It's just helpful for me identifying the trains. And also I can look up in the book and see what their timetable information is. So when you say this is the Edinburgh simulation, this actually covers a lot more than just Edinburgh. So the Edinburgh signal area goes all the way from the border down south at Berwick-upon-Tweed all the way up into Edinburgh, and then you've got the lines, so you come out to the west of Edinburgh, and then from there you can either go south into England via Carstairs, you can go on to Glasgow via Shotts, so this is the line that the Edinburgh to Glasgow Central train would take. You can go to Glasgow via Polmont, which is the Edinburgh to Queen Street line, which you've got here, and then you can also go past Edinburgh Airport, across the Forth Rail Bridge, and up into Fife. From there you can head north. You can head north into the rest of the Fife circular line, and also up north to Aberdeen and Inverness. Now I actually have some work to do. St. Germain's barriers are currently down, so let's go ahead and clear those. So we've got several level crossings on this map. Some of them are telephone level crossings, where the person has to phone up if they're wanting to transport something unusual over it. And then there are 2 that are CCTV barriers. So basically what happens is the barriers raise and lower automatically, although I can turn that off if I want to. And then I have to check the CCTV, and if this reads clear, then the track is clear. The barriers are down, I can give the all clear signal to the driver, which will allow him to cross the level crossing. So there's one here at St. Germain's, just next along Niddry, and there is another one way over in Fife, just next to Cowdenbeath, which is the Halbeath level crossing. So for the moment, we have one train coming in from Cooper. It's a passenger train. Cooper. It's a passenger train. One train heading Cowdenbeath Loch Galloway, and another passenger train. An express train coming down towards Edinburgh. A freight train heading in from Shotts, and a passenger train here that's looking to head onto the main line, presumably coming into Edinburgh. And yeah, so basically there's lots of stuff manoeuvring about the place. So over here in Edinburgh, we've got coaching stock, which is some of it has just finished a working day in Edinburgh and will be heading back to the depot. Others are just wanting to get set up in Edinburgh for the working day, which will start in roughly about 6 hours. So we're midnight. I started it at midnight just because I haven't played this in a long time and I kind of want to get used to it before we start getting a bit crazy. Because the other thing about this simulation is, in real life, this is done over a number of people. So you see here you've got the borders. So this is the border from England control into duty area 1. So this is yeah, okay, so the barriers are raising. So yeah, this is duty area 1, which is south of the south, let's call it southeast of Scotland. And then you come into duty area 2, which is East Edinburgh, so just east of Edinburgh into Portobello, Craigentinny, and all the way up into half of Edinburgh Waverley. It's split right down the middle. And then you've got the west half. I guess you could probably call this central Edinburgh, because you've got Edinburgh Haymarket, and then that's kind of the end of the duty area, almost Edinburgh Park. So you've basically only got the stations that are within Edinburgh. So South Gall, Edinburgh Park, Haymarket, and Edinburgh Waverley, or half of Edinburgh Waverley, as it were. I suppose these stations are within Edinburgh, but they are duty area 4, which is West Edinburgh. Well, southwest Edinburgh, I guess you would call this. Which is the lines that take you over into Glasgow, or down to the south of the country. You've got duty area 5, which is Fife, or rather, Fife and the north of Edinburgh. So you've got Dalmeny just before you cross over the Forth Rail Bridge, and then you've got everything on the other side of the Forth Rail Bridge before eventually you get into the other half of Fife, for duty zone 6. So basically all this work is designed to be done over 6 people, and because I am a champ, and also because I have the magical ability of a pause button, I'm doing all 6 areas by myself. You can actually multiplayer this and have a thing here, but I don't have any friends that are interested in such things. So yeah. Another thing that helps is ARS, automatic route setting. So we live in a time where computers exist, and a lot of the trains can program themselves, which is quite helpful. So we could see here, we had a train parked at Haymarket Platform 2 that was waiting for a TRTS slot. I cannot remember for the life of me what that means. It was waiting for a slot into Edinburgh Haymarket depot, which it got, and then it routed itself into there, so I had to have 0 involvement. In fact, other than authorising the passage over St. Germain's barriers, I've not had anything else to do so far. So, 6B99 has entered the area at Cockenzie Power Station. It is going to Portobello Junction. Where is it going? Is this going to Leith Docks? It is going to Leith Docks. So basically, if the name Cockenzie Power Station sounds a bit strange to you, this map is designed circa 2006 kind of time. And so there's a lot of stuff that's no longer really appropriate anymore. So you've got Mackenzie Power Station, which now no longer exists. It's just a empty lot of fine dust. I believe there's still some rubble there as they're still clearing it. It got knocked down. And as a result of Mackenzie Power Station being knocked down, there is no need for trains to pick up coal from Leith docks anymore. So while the railway network is still there, it's not used. There's as you go from Seafield into Leith in Edinburgh, there's a small level crossing that takes you into the industrial estate, and you sometimes see the run up to that level crossing used to park trains. So like they still they still use trains. They still use this kind of, they're using it as a siding almost, just a space to park trains until they're needed because it's off the way of the main line. So you see a lot of like Network railway assessment trains that just sit there waiting to be used, but they don't really ever cross that level crossing into Leith docks anymore because it's just simply not needed. The other big change is here at Miller Hill. Miller Hill still has the depot, which is kind of shown as this little disjointed place here. There's still a depot here. I'm not quite sure what it's a depot for, but it's got loads of sidings and loads of carriages there. But there's actually also a through route as well, which takes you... it's a passenger line, so you go Edinburgh, Waverley, Burnstown. I don't actually know if it stops at Burnstown. Oh, crap. Into New Craig Hall, and then you go south into Midlothian, where you've got Shawfair Station, Dalkeith Station, Newton Grange, Gorebridge, and then you head further south into the Scottish borders all the way to Galashiels. So that line used to be present up until the beaching cuts in the 60s. I want to say 66, but it's been so long since I've dabbled in this part of my memory that I forget. So yeah, they were shut down, so they haven't been there for decades, certainly in my lifetime, but they recently got reinstated. But they're not shown in this because this is circa 2006. Anyway, track circuit failure detected. So anyway, we've got lots of problems here. So we've got track circuit failure at... Okay. This is a big issue. So we've got a signal lamp failure at Redford. Let's talk about that. So in the grand scheme of things, so if we go over to Redford, which is here, so 2G17 will receive an adverse change of signal, which it has done, because the signal it's coming up to is broken. So we can see we've got this broken signal here. In the grand scheme of stuff that can go wrong on railways, you've got signal lamp failure, which is kind of alright because the train has to come to a stop. The driver will phone you and say, I'm at a red signal. I don't think there should be a red signal here. Yo, what do? You then tell them to go through the signal. Well, what will happen is, this driver will phone and he'll say he's at a red light. So I'll tell him to go through that red light because I can see clearly that there is no trains here because the track circuit is working. I think this might be that phone call. Yes, it is. So... yeah, so he's reporting an adverse change of signal, which is fine. The reason he's reporting that is because when that signal lamp failed for the safety of everyone, it's cut all the green lights and put them red in that area, and this driver's been caught by that. So that's fine. That's everything working as it's supposed to do. So he will phone me once he arrives at this red signal. He'll phone me to say that he's at a red light. What do I want to do? I can see clearly that there's no trains beyond him because even though the signal lamp has failed, the track circuits are all working fine. So I can direct him. To pass that signal at red, and then he'll get to the unlit signal and he'll do the same. He'll phone me to say the signal's broken. Am I clear to proceed? I'll again see that there's nothing beyond that, and I'll tell him he's clear to proceed. So that's nice and easy. There's a delay as the train comes to a halt and goes through the safety steps, but it's not too bad. Track circuit failures are a different matter altogether, and I'll explain why this one screws me over. Track circuit failure is basically when you see it as red, and when it fails, it means you can't tell if there's a train there or not. So you have to use your memory and understanding of why, you know, have I sent a train there recently? Is there likely to still be a train there? So for example, if one of these is a track circuit failure, and I can see 2B14 moving beyond that, I know that the train that was within that broken section has now moved past it, and I can put a train through it. But if once it starts getting busier, that becomes harder to deal with, because it becomes harder to remember and a lot not easier to see where trains exactly are. On top of that, they tend to lose their information when they go through a track circuit failure, so you have to manually reset that, which can be a bit of a problem. So it's kind of, if you get to a situation where you don't know where you're going to, B14 is going to Edinburgh Waverley platform 15. Okay, so yeah, so we'll put him into Edinburgh Waverley platform 15, which is where he wants to go. Happy days. So best case scenario is, you know from the fact that you've been monitoring the situation that there's no train there. The driver will say, I'm at a red signal, because the signal would default to red. You say, I know there's no train there, you are clear to proceed. If you're not clear to proceed, then you start getting into a situation of, well, what action do you want to take? So, the options are, I don't know if I can, yeah, I can't do it from here, but if I go to here, for example, and right click, so signaling options. So authorize the train to pass a signal at danger is basically, the signal's broken, but you're clear to proceed as normal, so the driver will just proceed at normal. The next step of that would be tell the driver to examine the line, which is basically, I don't have a clue what's in that section of track that's broken. I want you to get out your cab, walk to the next signal, determine that the line is free, and then report back. And then the flip side to that is, well, not the flip side, but the alternative to that is tell the driver to examine the line and then passing the signal at danger. So basically, you walk until you can see the next signal, you determine that the line is clear, and if you're happy that the line is clear, don't report back to me, just to continue as normal. Usually that's done at a very slow pace. Okay, good, right, okay, stuff's getting interesting now. So the reason why we're getting screwed over here, so we've now got a track circuit in mid-Calder. So if we go to mid-Calder, we've got, I suspect this is the track circuit failure. Oh, good. Okay, right, so we've basically been hit by all of our things at once. So we've got track circuit failure at Edinburgh, track circuit failure at Haymarket, track circuit failure at mid-Calder, which I'm going to assume is this one. No, it's this one right here. So we've got track circuit failure there. Track circuit failure in Inverkeithing, which is on 5. So it's right here. Edinburgh, Inverkeithing, mid-Calder, Haymarket, and we've got the lamp failure at Redford. All that's actually quite fine. Okay, I'm not too dissatisfied about that. Let's deal with the Dalmeny one in a second. So all of these are fine and straightforward, save for one of them, and I'll explain to you why. So this track circuit failure here means if a train comes here, it's just a simple, can I pass a signal? I'm happy there's no trains there. Yes, you pass the signal. Or check the line and then pass. So that's fine and straightforward. However, this one, because the track signal covers 2 sets of points, what this means is that I cannot use this line at all, because it's not safe for me to change the points. I have no way of being able to change the points. I think I can change these points. Points, lock, revert. Okay, no, I can't. So I can't use Haymarket Platform 1 or Haymarket Platform 2. So any trains that need to go through there, and there's going to be a lot of trains that need to go through there. I'm going to have to divert them. So what we're going to do that, I'm going to struggle to remember how to do this. I'm going to, there's a way of, no, yes, reminder, and so I'm going to put a reminder on this. Now, is it reminder or isolation? So basically, this signal could be automatic, but I don't want any trains coming past this and into Haymarket and getting stuck. So actually no, I think it is. Yeah, so we'll just isolate and remind them. So basically, nothing goes past this signal without me being aware of it, and what that means is I can then divert trains up as needed, probably into this area. Similarly, from the other side, I don't want any trains coming past here. So I want to isolate these signals here. In fact, I think we'll do it with all of them. Yeah, we'll do it with all of them, just so that we're clear that absolutely nothing comes into Haymarkets 1 and 2 without us being aware of it. The problem with this is that there's a lot of trains that will be finishing their shift that will be wanting to go to Edinburgh Haymarket, which can't now because Haymarket is not accessible from this side. Can I manually? Yeah, okay, I can manually request a slot, so that's fine. I can put it in from this side and then we can go there, but we'll have to deal with that. Anyway, we've got two trains that are shouting at us. So 5Y12 is waiting at a red signal. We want nothing to do with that. 5Y12. Wait for 2 minutes for the signal to be clear and phone back. 2G17 can wait. Oh, wait, this isn't 5Y12? Yeah, I don't know, where is 5Y12? 5Y12 was last seen at Abbey Hill. Here we go. So he's wanting to go to Edinburgh Waverley platform 7, where he's going to join with 5Y03. What are you waiting for? Okay, fine. Right, you can go in there. Now we've got another train which we dealt with earlier. 2G17 is waiting at a red signal. So this is the train that we were talking about going to get stuck in this. So we're going to do the prim and proper thing of we're just keeping him on the phone at the minute, and we're just going to check that the track is still clear, and I am happy that it is. So we are going to authorize this driver to pass a signal at danger. We're going to put input in his code, which is 2G17, and he's going to bippity boppity and advance upon that property. He's going to phone us again when he gets to the unlit signal. That's fine. Cool. Okay. Right. So, oh, I've got another phone call. Oh god, I got two other phone calls. 5P96, which I assume was the one that I got. No, that's 5G60. Okay. You are waiting at a red signal, so let's just F2. 5. Crap, what train is it? 5P96. 5P96 is waiting for right of way at Edinburgh Waverley. Ah. Right, okay. We'll hang up on him like professionals, and we'll wait and see what's happening here. Right, let's address the other one. 6B99 is waiting at a red signal. That one should be fairly straightforward. Oh no, hang on. Where are you going? Yeah, you're going to Leith Docks. You've already been given permission to Leith Docks. Okay, that's fine. That'll at least shut him up. So we're looking for 1R03, which is waiting at a red signal. 1R03 is currently at Princess Street Gardens. Yeah, I don't spy him. Where is he? So there's 1R10. It wasn't 1R10, I just made it. No. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay, right. So 10. Yeah, right, fine. Where are you going, sir? You're coming into platform 19 to join with 5R10, which is that train right there. So you bippity boppity in advance on that property. Right, so he's got a green signal. You wait 15 minutes for the signal to clear. Okay, so here's the question. You know, what are you doing? So you're going to Haymarket TMD. Perfect. Oh, hi. So this is what we can't do. So what he wants to do is he wants to go from here into platform 2 and then down into Haymarket TMD. Which I could maybe authorize, but the situation with the points is uncertain because of the track circuit failure. So I wouldn't be comfortable doing that. So what I want to do instead, 2Y72. So you're coming into Edinburgh Waverley platform 21. So you're gonna go up there. Okay. Right, I'm okay, yeah, so I'm gonna have to wait for 2Y72 to come into Edinburgh Waverley platform 21 before that'll then free the line up for me to bring him, because if I could bring him straight into line W, so there's WXYZ, if I could bring 96 here right up into line W, then I could just ignore this problem, but, well, I guess I can do it by doing the second junction, but it's going to be relatively tight. And all he's doing is going into the depot, so I'm just going to wait until this train's done, and then we'll sort this one. You're now at an unlit signal, so that's fine. So let's close this. So unlit signal. We're happy that you are clear to proceed. So you are clear to proceed to authorize the driver to pass at an unlit signal 2G17. Go for it. 6E16 is waiting at red signal. Okay, let me find out where you are. F2 6G. So 6E16. So he was at Shots. That's a cool story right there. So the Shots train is right here. Okay, so so they've got the problem with the circuits. So you've got one section which is working, and we can see that you're clear. So we're going to. So this is less the track circuit's broken, and more that the ARS can't function. So. Can I set this? No, I can't. Anyway, authorize this driver to pass the signal at danger. 6E16, you are authorized to pass that signal at red. So yeah, okay, that's fine. And so that's less because this signal is red for the track circuit failure. This is just because pathfinding isn't quite option, but there's no junction, so we don't have to be concerned about safety in that regard. But we know the line's clear, so we're giving him permission to go past that signal at red. Everyone else is functioning reasonably well. Aha, 1B16. Okay. So this train's at a red light, and this light is only red because I have told it to stay red until I say otherwise. So it's pop-up ARS information. So it wants to go to Haymarket Princess Street and then Edinburgh Waverley platform 11. So platform 11 is all the way up here. That is achievable. It is achievable. So we're going to route you up this way. One or both signals are collared. Yeah, okay, let's take the isolation off it. How does one take the isolation off it? Yeah, okay. So okay, take the reminder off it as well then. Oh no, reminder override. Right, reminder override this signal into here. Fine, screw it, I'll take it off. If I can remember how to. Okay. Cannot overset. No, don't go that way. Make train non-ARS. And we'll give it an adverse change of signal because I don't want. There's no point in it going that way because I'm gonna have to backtrack it. So I'm just gonna give it an adverse change of signal. Right. Okay. Okay. Fine. Right. You're going to Edinburgh Waverley platform 21, which is the one up top, which is fine. But you're gonna have to proceed through this. So I'm gonna route it. I'm going to route it off of the path that I think it wanted to be on. Oh no, it's fine. Okay, it's going that way anyway. That's fine. I can live with that. Train 1B16 is reporting an adverse change of signal. Yeah, okay. You phone your control and complain to them, and then we'll sort what else needs to go on, like gentlemen. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so this has got 120 seconds approach locking. That's a pain in the arse. But what this will do, so you can now come out to here. Preset shunt signal is collared. Yeah, okay. Let's uncollar it. Okay, so it's gonna come up to here, and then no route. Yeah, okay. Make train non-ARS. That's what we should have done to start with this, because we know this. I think that's also put unset Edinburgh interlocking, which it has. So let's now put this one back up. Okay, fine. So this signal is still locked. So yeah, okay. So the reason they have approach locking is if you've got a train hurtling at high speed towards a signal and it suddenly goes to red. There is a chance, now we know this train wasn't moving at high speed, but there is a chance that the train could have overshot where you wanted it to stop and gone beyond that. So if you assume the train's going to stop and we're given permission to change the signals, that could cause a lot of issues. So let's make you non-IRS. So yeah, so as a result of that, they have what's called approach locking, which means you can't change the junction for a certain time to assume that the train can come to halt. If it's a low speed line, sometimes it'll be 30 seconds. If it's a high speed line, it'll be 120 seconds. Oh, hi. So, right, you were wanting to go to, I forgot which platform now, pretty sure it was 11, but I just want to double check. Pop up, platform 11, right, okay, fine. So, what we're going to do is we're going to send you up this way. And you're going to be now given the right signal. So we're now routing it off of its planned path. But I think that's fine. So we're going to give that permission to go into Haymarket, but no further. Because I don't really want it to... I want to get 5P16 away. Which is fine. You are going to Haymarket TMD. That's going to be a nice and simple job, actually. I'm not too concerned about that. There's no trains behind it? No, okay. So we've got a lot of detail that needs to go into this because of this damn track circuit failure. This train isn't going to be too much of an issue, which I quite like. So once it's clear of this junction here, we're going to be able to route this one up. So this train is going to Haymarket TMD, which is fine because it's coming from the side that I need it to come from, so that's not an issue. But this one's coming from the side that's badly broken, so I need to route it up Haymarket platform 4 all the way to the Haymarket West junction. No, actually, sorry, to the Haymarket Central junction, and then I can start bringing it back down into Haymarket TMD. The problem is this is a very important line that's kind of currently being blocked until you get given a slot, which is annoying. So I'm going to request a slot at Haymarket TMD there. And we're going to let this train come into here. So 1B16 past 2 minutes late. That's fine. That's not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to allow this train to come down to here. Yeah, somebody's phoning me. I don't care. Is it 96? Yeah, just you bear with me as long as you need to, champ. Oh, actually, we're done. Right. Points locked by another route. They don't look locked to me, sunshine. There we go. Right. Okay, fine. So he can now come over this way, which is fine. And I want him to come to here, but go no further. So that's nice and fine. So once this empty coaching stock gets past here, I can then route 1B16 into its correct slot. So it's not about, yeah, it's about managing things. So we're 13 minutes late on this train passing Princess Street Gardens, but I'm not really that bothered about that. Haymarket TMD slot's been given. So I'm going to let him come into here, and then that should be the end of his altercations with myself. Yeah, I'm not so bothered. Okay, now that there's no trains coming down, I'm going to put the reminder and isolation back on. And that's all fine. 5P96 is about to come past here. Why can't this train call on route set from the same signal? Oh, do I have to do it from here? No? Why no advance? Okay, 1B16 is going to platform 11, and it's now nice and clear. So, let's put this one up here, and you're going to platform 11. Fine. Okay, so he's now sorted. You are not sorted, and for the life of me, I don't know why. Oh, here we go. Right, okay, fine. You're now sorted. Right, okay, all our trains are sorted, so let's put the reminder back on here. I can't remember. Let's do some Googling. I know I'm at my... do some Googling. SimSig, reminder, and isolation. Let's see what the difference is. Train 6E16. Waiting at red signal. So what train was 6D16? I know we dealt with it recently and I've forgotten where. Okay, 6E16. Oh yes, okay, you're the one who's waiting up here. Right, so we know what trains have come through here. We know this line is clear. There's no junction within this track circuit. There is a junction on one after, but it's working and it's clear, so we're happy with that. Why is GTA starting to start? No. What? Cancel. Close yourself. Close yourself, sir. Unable to launch game. I didn't tell you to launch the game, did I? Okay, that was strange. Okay, right, fine. Right, so yes, I am happy that you are safe to pass this signal at danger, and I'm going to give you your code to authorize that, and that has now been done. 1B16 is now waiting at a red signal, which it's not too happy about. It's actually, oh no, it is waiting at a red signal. I didn't think it was, but okay. Yeah, okay. Indeed it was. Fine. Right, okay. So you are Haymarket TMD. I don't think I have control of that train anymore. In fact, has it disappeared? Yes, it's disappeared. Cool. Happy days. Right. So while we're waiting for things to tick onwards in a happy direction, let's go. So called because of the physical call device. Okay. Okay. Should be click power to start. So yes, reminders do exactly that. They stop they stop signals, they stop pathing being sent manually or otherwise to the affected signals. So the key question that I have is what is isolation and what is the difference? General isolation reminders. Cancel root. So roots cannot be set to the same. Okay, right, fine. So a reminder is right. Okay, so the difference is simply that the isolation cannot be overridden in any way, whereas the reminder can. The only way to override the isolation would be to remove the isolation, which is fine. So this was my problem, is that because the signals were both, there was no way of getting them past. But obviously, I don't want that to be the case. Right, fine. We've got one phone call from train 96. Has an incorrect route set. It's actually not an incorrect route. Or hang on, can I? Okay, wait 5 minutes. Right. No, I can't even bring it into here. Okay. Right, well we know where he's going, so let's just tell him to so he's going to Haymarket TMD, but he's not happy about his situation, so we're just gonna have to tell him. So we're gonna phone him back and tell him to abandon your current timetable. Yes. So, okay, that's now going to be a lot better. Cool, happy days. Right. You're past the issue affected area, so we're going to make you ARS again, because it doesn't really help us for you not to be ARS. Okay, so he's going to bring itself back up here. 1B01, where are you going? Pop-up ARS information. So you're also going to Edinburgh. You're also going to Edinburgh Waverley Platform 11. So you're going to join with 1B16 and become 1B501. Oh no, sorry. Okay. God, this is confusing. Okay, so it's going to join 1B16, which is just pulling into station here. It's going to detach 5B01. And then it's going to become a new train of 1M16. Fine, I can live with that. Where are you going? You're going to Carlton Tunnel Reverse. What's your ultimate objective? Pop-up ARS information. So you're going to PC1, which is this one here. Okay, so let's just get your route nice and ready so that you can pop. No. I think you'll find that's the right place. Or are we to go to Abbey Hill first? Hang on. Edinburgh East. Going North Line. No, that is the right route. It is the right route, sir. Oh well, screw it. Okay. Fine. So now 5P96 is just waiting for 1B01 to clear the Haymarket Central Junction, so I can divert this. So I'm just gonna prepare a TMD slot for this one, and that's all fine and dandy. So the signal is reminder. Everything else is okay. See, the other track circuit failures aren't really nearly this much of a problem because they're not over junctions, so I can still use them with a minor inconvenience. But because this one is over a set of points, I'm in effect dealing with a points failure as well, because I cannot use either the up or the down line on the north side, which is a humongous pain in the arse, because literally anything coming into Haymarket TMD, which at this time of night is a lot of traffic, or comparatively a lot of traffic, and nothing can get to and from Fife either without a hot spicy diversion, so it's just quite a right pain in the arse. Haymarket TMD slot has been given, so let's bippity boppity and assign you this property. So you can now pop down and do that. You're going to be given your white light. Now, are you moving or do I need to tell you to change direction? I need to get you to change direction. Yeah, okay, fine. So signaling options, reverse direction. Okay, that should now be that sorted. Docks manager, Leith Docks is ready at Leith Docks, scheduled to go to Cockenzie Power Station. Permission granted for that train to enter. I have no issues with that train entering Leith Docks. So it's going to Cockenzie, so it's a nice and short journey comparatively for the train. 1B16 has finished dividing. So OB16 is waiting for the right of way at Edinburgh Waverley, which it should have. Why doesn't it? 7B98 requires a manual thing to be set. Okay, you do have right of way. Yeah, okay, right, that's fine. Okay, fine, happy days. Oh, hi. You require a manual route to be set, and you're going to Cockenzie, which is nice and straightforward. So we'll just path you onto the main line heading up. It's quite a strange concept that the up line goes south, but I mean it is what it is. There's always an up line or a down line, which is fine. Right, so you are heading the right. Oh, hang on. Are you right? 1B6, OB16. Okay, there is only OB16. Because there's no train here, so let's cancel this. Now, you're now on the right path, so we're happy with this. 1B01 is heading into Edinburgh Waverley platform 10, and then it's going to reverse into Edinburgh Waverley 11. 1B01 requires a manual route to be set. It's doing a pretty alright job of itself at the minute. You require, where are you going again? PC1 or PC2? PC1. So you're going to PC1. Happy days. Okay. Okay. Alright. Fine. Okay. This is all of a mess. You are in here, so that's fine. Fine. So that's going to disappear. Fine. So we got that train to Haymarket TMD without much issue. Oh, hi. So I want to put a reminder on this. And I want to put a reminder on this. Okay, we just have to be careful about what trains are moving here, and my engineers are in a burning lack of urgency because they're not fixing any of the bloody issues. 6E16 is waiting at a red signal. That's confusing because you should be past all your red signals. It's because you've not got your. It's because you've not got your route setting information. Because I forgot to reset it because I'm a professional. Fine, very well. Let's manually bring you up into Kirknewton, and when you move, that should give us the funky stars. Maybe not when it gets to that one, but once it gets beyond that, it should give me a set of funky stars in which I can. Is this it? Oh. Okay, so I'm waiting for this train to move on so I can just manually set its it is moving, isn't it? 5E16, 6E16 is moving at 4 whole miles an hour. Jesus Christ, what's it going to do with itself? There we go, there's my stars, so I can now interpose this as 6E16. I return to you your ARS designation, and we can remove this one because it's marked. Cool. Happy days. Fine, very well. Right, everything else is proceeding. as planned. We've now got, okay, TRTS for Edinburgh Waverley here. You're going into platform 11. So, yeah, okay, fine. So you're coming backwards into this. That's fine. OB16's in its place. Everything's looking pretty good. Cool. So yeah, so this train's going back to here. What is 5B01? Is this just a signaling thing? Yeah, okay, it's just a signaling thing for now. Cool, that's fine, I can deal with that. Sometimes the train operations system can get a wee bit kerfuddled with the things that are here. So for this one's a good example. This train was 2B14 when it arrived, but when it arrived in station, it joined with the existing train, which I don't remember the designation here. And so this entire train here is now 5B42. Yeah, that is what it is. But it still says 2B14. But if I click on it, you can see here that there's not. It is at its final destination. There is not another one. There is not another destination for it, and there's never going to be another destination for it because it's 5B42, which at 3 o'clock in the morning, which is an hour and 10 minutes away, it's gonna bippity boppity off this property and head to the Haymarket TMD. Oh hi, cool. Right, 1B16 is. Okay, pop up ARS information. So it joined with 1B01, which was that train that just arrived. And so this train... Yeah, okay. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, so this train is now 1M16, same thing as we just talked about. And I don't think we've got anything else really that needs to be worried about. Actually, 1M16... Yeah, okay, 1M16 is going to have some work done. Okay, so basically what's happened, so what's happened, the main thing that the two main things that we've been dealing with over the course of this video have been obviously the issues here at Haymarket TMD, but also the fact that, so we've had one train pull into to Edinburgh platform 11, another train pull in front of it and pull back in, so it's now joined one big train, and then there's another train coming in, which is going to be make the train even bigger. So it's going to do the exact same thing as it did before. So it's going to come to Haymarket on the up south line, so that's fine because it's not affected, and it's going to do what the other train did, and it's going to go into Princess Street Gardens, and then it's going to pull into platform 10 in front of the train, and then it's going to reverse back into 11 and connect with the consist that's there, which is currently designated 1M16-1. I'll just verify that there is no 1B16. Oh no, there is still a 1B16. It is joining the train. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. And then that's going to change over. Fine. Oh, hi. Happy days. Right. So this one isn't actually going to come into any problems because it's not going to come into contact with any reminded signals, which is fine. My Craig Lockhart just lit up because 1E16 is finally making some positive progress on its journey. Thank the giddy goose for that. Okay, fine. So I think in that regard we can probably speed up time just that little bit. And no doubt something will end up shouting at me in just a few minutes. So we'll let all the trains, so 1M16 requires a manual route to be set. Oh, 1M16 is waiting. What are you waiting for? Hang on. Pop up ARS information. So 5B0, wait, where the hell is 5B01? Fort William day coaches, edit timetable. So it needs to go to MR2. Ah, right, okay, so before this train comes in, I want... Okay, okay, so, right, okay. We've been a wee bit late because of all the shenaniganry that's gone on so there's a train here which is waiting to go into MR1. So that needs to happen before this train can pull in. So I need this line to be reset. What's happening here? 5B01, waiting at red signal. If you could please wait. What's the interlocking? 30 seconds approach locking. So wait 2 minutes for the line to clear. And we can then lock normal, and then to get to MR1, you're going to have to come down into the north siding. So 1M16, an advert. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, cool. 1B16 both doesn't exist and shouldn't be moving. Okay. Fine. So this is 5B01. So whatever train ends up... Right, okay. Oh, fudge. Okay, so 1M16 is this train here. 5B01... What is your timetable? Train. Okay, so you're gonna join OM16. Okay, this is so wonderfully complicated, isn't it? Isn't it just? Okay, so whatever train it ends up down here is going to be 5B01. Right. Wait, where the heck are you going? 1M16. No, this is the right 1M16, and you are coming down into here, so that's all fine and dandy. You are not who you say you are 5B01, so we're going to assign that, and then that gives you the right route setting information, question mark? Yes, it does. Okay, so you're done this, and you're going to... Crap, where are you going? You're going to MR2. Oh, good. Just as well I checked that because I thought it was MR1. Okay, let's bring you into MR2. So you're going to the right place. You're coming in this way, and then you're eventually going to be going to the right place. Edinburgh Waverley west to platform 10, and then you're going to be coming in there. Cool. Cool. Okay. This is a big ass train that's going down to London Euston. Okay, that's fine. Meanwhile, my technician is still doing F-all for all of the stuff that's broken. It's been literally like 50 minutes and he's still not got it fixed. So, you know, I'm no happy at my technicians. 6E16 past Slateford. 6E16 past Slateford 6 minutes late. Jesus Christ, that's hard. Okay, that's fine. But he's now on path and he's passed all of the problem childs, question mark. So that should be him sorted. 6E18 is heading to Dunbar. That's fine. So we're gonna have some stuff to do with St. Germain's soon, which is fine. 1M16. Yes, perfect. You're gonna be reversing back into. So we're gonna wait until it's ready because it's not ready for a while. Which is fine. 5B01 is going to place, and everything seems to be in order. Except for the fact that like half my railways are broken and the engineers don't seem particularly fussed about fixing them. I mean, they'll get there, but like, it's just stressful. The one thing I can foresee being a problem is 5B16. No, 1B16. Or 1M16, the real 1M16, whatever train is here, is currently not assigned an operating number, and it won't be. St. Germain's barriers are down, so we're going to clear that. Yeah. So, yeah. So I can see that being a problem when the train comes back there, but I don't think the train is going to have. Oh crap, I got a phone call. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be for a while. Oh, technician! What you got for me? Haymarket interlocking area has been fixed, yeah boy! So I can take the reminder of all of these. Oh, happy days! Okay, good. Right, so we still do have a problem in the Edinburgh area, but it's not nearly as serious because it doesn't involve junctions. So I can now use Haymarket's platform 1 and 2 as normal, and I can also use Haymarket TMD as normal. Actually, just as we finish off this episode, because my voice is killing me, we are going to be finishing this episode. Another thing that has changed, I know we spoke about the things at the start, so we've got a TRTS for this to go into platform 11, so let's give that all of the spicy goodness that it needs. Haymarket actually has a 5th platform now, and unlike the other ones which are straight through between Edinburgh, Waverley and Haymarket, this one is a dead end, a terminus. And I can't remember if they call it Platform 0 because it's on Platform 1, or if they've just called it Platform. It's on the Platform 1 side of the station, the north side. But yeah. Okay, well that's been eventful. And I think we've dealt with those problems really well. But don't take my word for it. Let's see what the game thinks. Incident control panel. Nope, that wasn't it. Ooh. So you can... okay, fine. That's for manually controlling thing. What I was looking for was incident analysis. So there were 132 timing points, of which 79% of our trains passed on time. Just under 10% was 2 minutes late. 4% were 5 minutes late or less. And 8%, 11 trains in total, were over 5 minutes late. I recovered 14 minutes of train time, and we lost 16 minutes of time through the faults. Which actually I don't think that's too bad, to be honest. We've done well. We've been given a total score of 72%. But yeah, I think that's not too bad, so that's probably a good place to leave it for now. So for just now, I'll say thank you very much for joining me in this episode of SimSig. It's good to be back. And yeah, when we come back, we will continue to gear up Edinburgh for its working day, which will commence in some hours. But for just now, we say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.